going on, everyone? I'm Nick Cato.
I'm Matt Harnig.
And this is LiveThruGames Generations, where me and Matt, who've been feeling nostalgic lately, are going to go back and talk about different consoles that we played throughout our lives. And we wanted to start out with one of the best, my personal favorite console of all time, the PlayStation 2. So, Matt, tell me a little bit of what the PS2 meant to you as a system.
I feel like a lot of people look back and they say, what was the greatest risk for gaming? And for a lot of people will say, like, well, what really set off like platforming to that whole next generation was N64. I feel like PS2 was kind of that first step into the beginning of what gaming is now. With Grand Theft Autos, I mean, you got Grand Theft Autos, Kingdom Hearts, showing a whole new style of like RPGs. They still kept some of the JRPGs. I mean, God of War, Devil May Cry, all those new hack and slashes. I feel like it just set the bar to what we play now, and it was the beginning. It's where it all started in some ways. That's what PS2, I feel like, meant to me. One of my favorite generations.
Yeah. To me, my PlayStation 2, like, I was a gamer throughout my whole life, but the PS2 for me when I got it is the thing that solidified that this is going to be something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. It also gave me a DVD player. That's the first time I had a DVD player. But before I played all these games, like, I had like Genesis and like all the Sega things and Nintendo, but PS2 was really the first time where like exclusive games meant something to me. So I was sitting there like, I happen to have my PS2 games collection right here. I'll take a look at it. I thought back and I was like, man, my brother had an Xbox, and I thought, he has Halo and KOTOR, but I have the Kingdom Hearts series, the God of War series, all three Jak and Daxters, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, Final Fantasy X. We got a port of Resident Evil 4. Even the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games, like even like small games like Guitar Hero 3, no, not 3, Guitar Hero 2. This system was really just the one that brought me the next level and realized that there's a multitude of styles and types of games I like, not just like shooters or platformers. I liked everything, hack and slashes, RPGs, and it made me realize that PlayStation has the best exclusives, I think. Except for maybe Nintendo, but there's there's more than just like the few Nintendo ones. But that's pretty much what it meant to me.
It was definitely, it definitely is arguably the greatest system ever.
Yeah, it's either that or Super Nintendo.
Well,
or NES even. That's great.
Any of them could be. It's all preference and what you enjoyed more. And whenever I was growing up, a PS2 was my brother's system. I had played it, of course, but I was on the Xbox bandwagon. I mean, it's a great system itself. I mean, it set the bar for so many as well. But PS2, I'm not stupid. It was definitely a better system. I mean, for me, games is always number one. And if you really look at it, PS2 trashed GameCube and Xbox.
There's a lot of games I didn't even name that I played, that I ran.
Yeah. Just some of the greatest games. But just for me, like, if you guys remember from the very beginning, we were asked the questions in one of our podcasts. One of our first ones was, what was the game that had the most impact throughout like the generations of gamings? And this system is the one that brought it, which was GTA 3, which I thought had the greatest impact, in my opinion, for gaming. Because it set the bar for so much. And like I said, it was just like, it's everything we play now. It's from the start. Is from the PlayStation 2, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's just so many great games, and like he said, that one port game was Resident Evil 4, which technically it sold more on the PlayStation 2 than it did any other system. So
yeah. So we're gonna go into some of the games we played now. So what were some of the key games that you played on your PlayStation 2?
Probably the game I played the most on that system was probably Vice City.
Yeah.
I probably beat Vice City, I can't even count the amount of times I beat that game. And honestly, I actually preferred the, that was also my era where I played Madden a lot. And I loved it on the PS2 way more than I loved it on the Xbox. Which, yeah, I don't even think the Xbox had Madden, did it?
Yeah, it did.
It did?
Yeah, I think, didn't you guys play ESPN football on PS2?
It was PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sports games just felt better in there as well.
They always do, but...
And, I mean, Twisted Metal Black. I love the Twisted Metal series, so I loved that game as well. I mean, it showed me God of War, which...
Yeah.
It's God of War. Kingdom Hearts, which we're just now going to be able to play the third one. Can you believe? Yeah, the last installment for console was on PS2. So, man, playing that game, I mean, you know me and you love that game. I didn't get to really play the Jak and Daxter games growing up, which I missed out. Ratchet and Clank. I didn't play Shadows of the Colossus. I didn't play a lot of games. It's one of those game systems I guess I missed out. I feel like I played a huge chunk, but not all the games that I wanted to.
Yeah. Well, for me, I guess I sort of have a broader scale of PS2 games. For me, I remember the first two games I got for my PS2 were Kingdom Hearts 1 and Budokai 2. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. Those games were fun. I'm not really going to talk about Dragon Ball Z games because they were alright fighting games, and I was just really into DBZ at the time. But the key games that I played in that, Jak and Daxter's were amazing. The Ratchet and Clanks. Surprisingly, I don't even own my favorite Ratchet and Clank game. I rented it. Up Your Arsenal. That's my favorite one. I don't own it. I own the first one and I own Deadlocked. Obviously, the most important one on the system to me was the God of War series, because Kratos is my favorite video game character of all time. That introduced me to that brutal game. That was the first I don't really count Halo as a brutal game.
Oh yeah.
God of War was the first ridiculously gory, crazy game I played, and it just blew my mind. I remember when I borrowed it from my friend. I remember I borrowed it. It was the first it was one of the scumbag things I did. But I was like, I'll borrow it. And I played it, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. And I just never gave it back. And that copy that I have is Chris's. I won't say any last names, but you know him well. But all the way to that, I rented I haven't beaten, but I've rented Shadow of the Colossus and games like that. But I played Metal Gear Solids. The other thing I was thinking about doing, actually, was finishing off my PS2 collection, just buying the games that I miss. I'm missing Shadow of the Colossus, Ico, Metal Gear Solid 2, Up Your Arsenal. I had a list of them, but yeah, those main games. I want to finish off my PS2 collection. That's the
Tell me you played not Resident Evil, but Metal Gear Solid 3, though.
Yes, I own Metal Gear Solid 3.
Well, did you beat it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was not into that one as much as a bunch of people were. I thought they went a little too far with you have to eat and crap.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. It was still
that
good.
one was, to me, which I'm sure not everyone's on my side, but a lot of people.
And if I may be mistaken, but that's the first game where they changed the camera angle, right?
No, that was 4.
They
remade the HD and made them like that, but nonetheless,
I don't know.
That was awesome.
I want to replay the old Metal Gear Solids because that franchise didn't sit with me like I feel like it would now because I was so young. I don't know, Metal Gear Solid 5 is supposed to come out this year, and I'm not that excited for it. I feel like I should be, but I don't know.
It's one of those games I feel like growing up, when I play it, it's amazing. And it's this is one of the greatest games ever created. One of the greatest franchises ever created. And then it's once I'm not playing it, I forget about it. Even just talking now, you're asking me all the games. I completely forgot to say Metal Gear Solid 3, regardless that it's one of my favorite games of all time. The system's done so much. I can see why it is so amazing. And not only on top of that, but remember whenever 360 and PS3 were really going on, how long did it take before they finally stopped making PS2 games? I mean, all the rock bands that they ever came out with came back out on
all the sports games.
All the sports games. Even some of the shooters came out on PS2. It took so long before it finally just said, okay.
Another franchise I forgot, Killzone was on there. There's so many just amazing games on this system. That's why it's my favorite. after I replay all these games, I'll probably do an update. I'll probably look back at my top 25 games and change a lot of the games because I don't really have I have like any PS2 games in there, which is crazy. It's fucking ridiculous that I don't. But
another system franchise that I would probably go back and play is like Devil May Cry 1, not 2 because that's
garbage. But I don't know.
Devil May Cry 1 was another one because 3. That was a game I didn't play till later.
It's in here too.
It is, and I didn't get to realize how great that franchise was as well.
Yeah, but we don't want to get too into detail about these games because this is going to be a monthly thing from now on, where me and Matt, or Walt, if he's available, we'll see, sits down in the beginning of the month, the first day of the month, we release a video like this saying what system of the month it is, and then give a little overview of what this system meant to us and like a few of the games we played. Then each week we're going to pop one video on, I'm not sure exactly what day of the week yet, but we'll let you know on the next podcast, Reloaded, which you can see on Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely Tuesday if my internet doesn't screw up again. But we're going to do some form of video breaking about a certain game on each of the systems. So we'll get 4 games per system. It would be a conversation, maybe some gameplay. Who knows? We'll see what happens because
we don't have all the technology to do everything we want.
We'll see if our capture box can capture it. But either way, this month is PS2 month. We're going to have a video out on a certain game. I can guarantee you Kingdom Hearts 2 will be one of them. So we'll break them down, do something with it, and we'll see you next week with this, guys.
All right.
Later.